Dear perceptive reader, the God in the heaven has done many miracles on this earth, even most likely more than the ones that we've seen recorded in God's Word, the Bible. Even when it comes to Jesus, it states that he did so much or talked about so much as well while he was on the earth that it wouldn't even fill up all the books basically going around the world. Now that's very interesting. So those disciples who were near him were certainly edified for the different assignments that they were doing. And with that being said, think about it for some persons, even today, um, there are situations, experiences, you see, that all of us go through, and especially the ones who are striving to listen and obey the Ten Commandments, those principles, um, to love thy neighbor, you see, the two greatest commandments as well, which mean love God wholeheartedly yourself. And in observation, you see, you can actually tell that a lot of individuals have developed a perspective on God, a love, you see, of God, and God certainly loves them as well. And so when you go through life, it's not that there isn't any instructions for you because the Holy Bible has it all. It has it all. Um, it's not that you have to worry about your prayers not be listened to when you know you're actually praying them directly to God. You see what I'm saying? And you're doing your best to what? Actually apply his words in your life. And so, yet he still has given, the congregations as well, his congregation, to teach his people and to help them when they need help, And he has covered everything. And so, the situation that some Christians still run into is yes, even with all the love and the help that is surrounding them, we see from the prophets in the Bible that there are just certain situations uh, where the enemy does uh, attack you. The enemy does separate you from the normal type. That's what I would say. The normal type of encouragement, the normal type of help. And so, you just start experiencing things on the level that some may even look at as being, boy, kind of supernatural. Well, that's all on the God in heaven. You know, it's not necessarily something that, you may be doing yourself, except but loving God and loving people, but it is actually God still protecting and shielding you, supporting you. You see what I'm saying? As you go about your life doing the best that you can. And that's what I wanted to share with you this morning. Um, no matter how the enemy actually does try to um, mix your mind up in this way or that way, to actually cause you to, uh, in other words, we used to say, oh, even though you made my life out of to be a joke, my life was always serious to me. Another way of looking at it today, people would say, you know, oh, even though you made my life into this game, my life was never a game. And sometimes you have to tell persons that because it is still a strong form of manipulation, brainwashing, and programming to make it seem like you had signed up for something that you never did sign up for. And the more that you request different information directly, because the information that you receive, important information, I'm telling you, it should be from a credible source, and it should be a source, as the scriptures would say, that you can search through to make sure that still they're not part of the problem. Uh, if you've dealt with tons and tons of betrayals everywhere throughout your life, then reasonable people realize, even if they say that they want to help. Remember, you have some what I call hidden helpers, which often we just let persons like that, hidden angels or whatever, you do whatever they do. But then you also have individuals who have been in the nucleus or the crux of it all, so to speak. And those are the ones that if situations have gotten so out of whack, you see, so out of balance, um, if they want to uh, really stand for truth or help a situation where they know all it would just take is a word, and maybe, yes, even their lettered, notice the word lettered, signature saying, I stand on this, on what I'm saying, then you know what? Sometimes even if it's just between the letters of those different persons, you see what I'm saying? To get the ball rolling or to resolve a situation, then you have it. You have it for the record. And they can resolve a lot of situations. And you just don't have, like I said, some of the persons who were all part of the betrayal able to just express themselves, the inaccurate information, the wrong information, the slanderous information, and yet the specificness of it all, was still kept out the person that they were just trying to frame up in the first place. That's the way you can add that to your understanding of being what a righteous judge is. You see. Uh, so keep writing. Write your letters when you need to. When you stand up, you can put a formal document with it. And so if there's a discrepancy, you see at times or what have you, where you have your stuff stated for the record just as much as the persons who may have something against you. And yet, let me tell you, the searching through will find out what is what. But you know what? You got to be willing to stand on the due process of, hey, you let these persons have a formal type of a letter on record for you, then you know what? And make sure you take mines too. That's what you can say, because one thing about God with the Holy Bible, the Holy Bible that was God charged for no one to take away from or to add their words to it. You see what I'm saying? God has that Bible, the Holy Bible, as a touchstone, if you will, or one of those type of sometimes God said he would place before the heavens, or he would place before the mountains. In other words, his word will endure forever, and no longer, and it's another term used for it too, and no longer will somebody be able to bring up the charge against this or charge against that he is God and that he is love and he is also King of the universe. So he won't put up with a lot of mess once you see he decides the judgment is just this. He won't put up with a lot of stuff from people that he's putting up with today, you see, because it already have been proven, you see, and you even got a written document, Holy Bible, if you will, to show it. I would encourage you to do the same for yourself when you need to. Take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.